Yes, people. Welcome back to the First 11. This is extra time where you run the show, so it's a Q&A. We're going to be doing a bit of paper talk, basically just talking nonsense, all the stuff we do behind stream. We're joined by Latimus Prime and Samuel. I think 2 or 3 more might be jumping in a little bit later. I know someone's working. But Prime, how we doing? Samuel, how we doing?
Good. Feeling well.
I'm good.
Good, man. I'm good. You know why I'm good? I'm good because Liverpool are in the mud again, man. Liverpool are proper in the mud. Big up work, Winter Surfer in the comments. I can't believe the Liverpool fans actually thought they were going to walk that game because 2 centre backs were out. I think that's madness just to even consider that.
But it's good that they admitted that they were favourites for the game, because I put them as favourites to win, not to win.
Do you think? I don't think they were favourites for the game.
They are.
Why?
Because this whole thing all season they've been doing that Van Dijk's injured, so they're not winning the league. Ramos is out and Varane is out. They're 2 best centre backs. Liverpool don't have an excuse. They have, barring Van Dijk, they have a full fit team. Real Madrid still have holes in this team, so.
Real Madrid is still a good side, man. They're still Real Madrid.
No, I know, and that's not me disrespecting them. That's me showing Liverpool respect that they should win now. They're clear favourites, and they bottled it.
Yeah. Well, that's Liverpool, man. I think all of us warned Liverpool fans this was going to happen. Do we think Klopp's done now, or do we wait till the end of next season?
Well, I think the Germany job is still there. I mean, after the Euros, you're coming out and doing too well. So, if that job's still available, I think if for Klopp, the best thing to do is what Pep did. 1 year break, 2 years out of football, and then see what jobs are available. Because in 2 years, there can be some big jobs available for Klopp, and he can go anywhere he wants. I think now's the right time for him to walk.
You think now? You think the end of the year is the right time for him to walk?
Yeah, because, I mean, if he carries on and Liverpool continues to be bad, I think he would lose some of his options for the jobs, places like Real Madrid, Inter Milan, AC Milan, all these clubs, they may lose interest in him. Or even Germany. I think if he wants to go to the German national team, now's the right time.
Does anybody think Liverpool will do good business in the window and get back on track?
No, I don't trust it. They're signing the Konate deal. I don't think that's complete, is it? I'm not sure. Van Dijk's not going to come back the same player at all. Trent, he's not going to improve defensively. Their forward line, Firmino is not all of a sudden going to continue bagging goals. Salah could go to Real Madrid.
Because I can't see that move. I can't see that move.
Well, maybe not Real Madrid, but Salah could leave, or Mane. People are forgetting, like Haaland's moving this summer. That's going to affect so many other teams. Yeah, but if he does, that's going to affect so many other teams. And he used to say Salah or Mane don't want to leave, and he used to say they don't end up buying. Someone doesn't end up buying them because they're available. And plus, Liverpool need money if they want to rebuild.
I get that. I think that should have been... My only question is, have they left it a year too late? Should they have done this in the summer gone? Summer just gone and rebuilt then? Can they do it now? Can they get back to top 2 even? When you look at how strong Chelsea are and what they're going to be doing this window, because they're going to spend money, right? Man City, they're a top side. You look at Leicester in terms of balance and squad. You look at, I mean, there's an argument that Man United are a better side than them, I suppose, in a way. I mean, Man United are second in the league.
Away. United aren't that far away.
How? What would you expect Liverpool to do in the window, and what should they do in the window?
What they should, or what do I expect? What I expect them to do.
What you expect them to do, and also what should they do?
What I expect them to do is to sell Mane or Salah and use that to reinvest in their squad over the next few seasons. What they should do is go out and buy. What they should do is go out and buy another set. I know they're buying Konate, but they need to replace Van Dijk. I think Van Dijk, because his injury, he's not going to come back the same player. And if you still want a challenge, he's going to be a hindrance to their team. They need a goal scorer. Well, not a goal scorer. They need squad depth in their forward line, which they don't have. Because if Jota is now the starting striker, that means they no longer have squad. Oh, that means they no longer have squad depth.
Big up the Winter Surfer. What about you, Andrew, man? What do you expect Liverpool to do this window, and what should they do?
I think they will sell Mane or Salah this window, and possibly even Firmino. And I think they will. They've got actually, you know what? They've got a big. Do you know what? They've got a big rebuilding job. I think they've got a massive rebuilding job, and they have to sell before they can buy as well. Because their owners are. They're not Man City. They're not Chelsea. They're not even your mob. Do you know what I mean? They're like they will actually they will sell first before they buy anyone. And
they have to. Have they left? I've just asked Prime this question. Do you think they left it a summer too late?
Yeah.
Are they on real catch up now?
Yeah, because they didn't buy anyone in 2019. Right? They didn't buy anyone in 2019. I think that's the summer they didn't buy anyone, and that's when they went on to obviously win the Premier League. And last season, who did they buy? Thiago, Jota, and they bought Kabak in. And
didn't they buy a left back?
Yes, again. And has he even played this year?
I don't know.
No, he's been injured. Shimikas.
Do you remember they were
he's been injured?
Yeah.
Do you remember they were bigging him up because they didn't sign Jamal Lewis for 20 million or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh well, we got this.
I remember
guy.
now.
This Greek guy's 4 times the player Jamal Lewis. And everything like that. And the reason is you didn't buy Jamal Lewis is because you're too cheap. That's right. And then they buy Thiago, great player, but Klopp, very rare Klopp. He's bought a player that's not suited his system whatsoever. You think?
Do you think that was a club buy?
Do you think Klopp's one of these? Klopp's normally very honest and comes out and says it as it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He would have come out and said something like that. I mean, you're Klopp and you go, you're handed Thiago. You go, yeah, I'll take him. But Klopp hasn't done anything to help Thiago whatsoever settle in England properly. Hasn't done him a favour. He's literally gone, this is my system. You have to adapt to my system. It's like you got to change, to fit these players in. Thiago does not suit that system at this moment. I mean, he came on today. I mean, that's not Thiago. I don't know who that player is. That's not Thiago whatsoever.
It's sad to see, isn't it? Because he's such a top player.
Do you know what? You're not. Do you know what? You might not see Liverpool again. Probably Liverpool again for another 3 or 4 years, maybe now. Because their rebuilding is going to take 3 or 4 summers to do. I think because of the way their business structure is.
I think now look at Liverpool when Klopp came in. They didn't have another Coutinho really to make 150 mil. I think Mane and Salah they won't go, so there's no money to come from. I think they're effed.
Yeah, I if I'm honest, I can't see them bouncing back. I just can't see it unless they do some amazing business in the summer. I can't see it happening. They need a striker. They still need a second goalkeeper. They still need a centre back. They still need a right back because I think Trent needs at the very least pushing.
They need every player in every position.
They pretty much do.
Like they need 11. They need 11.
You could argue with Jota, right, that you can you can swap out a Mane or Salah and keep that fresh. But you need a striker. I think they need a midfielder as well. I think they need to change up in there. Like Naby Keita, I'm not sure what he is, but he makes Fred look like Zidane.
Oh.
And then you've got Wijnaldum, who is leaving, right? He's off.
Yeah, he's off. He's gone. Yeah, he'll go.
Gem in the comments. Liverpool become the new Burnley. Chris Wood to Liverpool. Jadon Sancho's here. Jadon, are you signing for United this season or what? Who's coming? You're Haaland. I want to know. But yeah, no, it's. Oh, please smash the like, people. Please do that. I don't say that enough. Subscribe if you're new. Please subscribe. They've got so many positions to fill. And I'm looking at Man United and I'm thinking, we need a centre back, obviously a DM. We need a striker because Cavani's going to leave and Martial's not a striker, and a right winger. But I think if we got a DM and a striker or a right winger, we are a lot stronger. Yeah. Whereas I look at Liverpool and I think even if they got a striker, there's still holes in the team.
Massive.
I think with United, if you sign, I think if you just sign a DM, because Dalot comes back at right back as backup. If you just sign a DM, I think that makes a massive change to you guys. Maybe a centre back, but if you sign a DM, particularly, because I just think the big restriction for you guys is that middle of the park, and you've got Pogba, Van de Beek, Bruno, and they're all great at what they can do individually. But the fact of you don't have an anchor, if you have Declan Rice or Ndidi or Locatelli, someone who could control the middle of the park and allow everyone else to do what they want to do, that makes United much more of a threat. Is it good enough for you guys to win the league, or no? To challenge, maybe.
Maybe a trophy though. Maybe like a League Cup or something like that. You know, like it's
like if you guys will make top four, if you guys are in the Champions League next season and you have, say, it probably will be Declan Rice, you guys will be a threat. Maybe not win it, but you can get to a quarterfinal or a semi-final.
Declan Rice is going to be so tough to get out of West Ham. I know West Ham let out a report earlier saying that they're going to do everything they can to sign Lingard, which is cool. But Declan Rice is a tough one because they're going to be in Europe, right? Europa minimum. Yeah. So, and he's supposed to be getting the armband off of Mark Noble. That's a big thing. Like because I think Rice is like 22, 23. If you're going to be told, oh, you're going to be the captain, and we're going into European competition, I don't even know whether Man United is attractive to him.
Oh,
I don't know.
I think he's still attractive. Plus, if they say finish fifth, you're in Champions League. Do you know what I mean? And you've got a very good bargaining chip in Jesse Lingard. Do you know what I mean? You've got a hell of a bargaining chip.
Andrew, this is Man United. You know they're going to price.
I know.
In some way, he's like he was 20 mil 2 weeks ago. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I've already seen reports of 35.
It's also a thing of. It's
40 after that.
If Declan Rice doesn't leave now, because West Ham may be in Europa. Okay, say best case scenario they push it and they get top four. They may be in Champions League next season, but. Say next season they finish in the league 8th or 9th or 10th, then they're back to mid-table again, and Declan Rice may have missed out on his big move to Chelsea or Man United or something because he decided to stay.
Indiana,
I think, and look, the thing is, it doesn't even have to be Rice. It could be, like I said, Locatelli or Ndidi. There are Bissouma, maybe. There are quality DMs out there.
Indiana, I got a question for you. Is Declan Rice one of the pieces that United need to win the title?
Yeah. Declan Rice is one of the pieces Man United need. Technically, he's a gifted footballer. I remember when Man United were about to sign Michael Carrick, and the fan base were going mad. Why are we going for Michael Carrick? Why are we not getting De Rossi? Why are we not getting such and such? He was very, very underrated. So his awareness on the pitch, second to none. The difference with Declan Rice, he's got that awareness, I don't think he's the best in a tackle, but in terms of being able to drive forward with the ball, his technical and passing ability is incredible. He actually is a very good player. When you put that up against Scott McTominay or Fred, trust me, Man United will go up a level. Like, again, I would take Xhaka over either of them. I actually would. I know Xhaka's got mistakes in. I know he's got mistakes in his game, but as a footballer, he's a much better footballer.
I think having someone who can anchor, like what, a part of me feels a bit bad for Fred in a way because what he used to do as Shakhtar.
It's the same.
It's different from what he's being made to do now. He was allowed to be more. I don't know. He was more of a 10 or I guess an 8 or whatever. So I think having a DM allowing Fred to go forward and roam or whatever, maybe that could bring something out of him.
I mean,
I would.
Ukraine. He's playing against like Ukrainian electricians and all that, bro. Like, come on, man. We're talking about him playing in Ukraine. It's a completely different situation.
Okay. I'm talking about in terms of in like lower league competition.
But you say
different.
that, Slens, man. Slens.
Yeah.
I remember when Chelsea played Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League, and
Yeah.
Willian and Fernandinho tore us apart in both games.
No, but that's a Brazilian team in Europe, bro. That's what it is, man.
I know,
They just had like the Samba Masters.
Yeah, but you also said Willian and Fernandinho.
Yeah,
Fernandinho's quality.
I did say, you're right. Yeah, I know. There's a different level. I do realise that.
Can I say something, guys? Go
Go
on. Sorry, I was gonna say, like, Sam, I'll give you £50 if you just shout right now. If you scream at the top of your voice, I'll give you £50.
£50 for what?
If he shouts to the top of his voice, man, because he's bare whispering, it's making me laugh.
Who?
Sam.
Is he frozen?
Yeah, that's a good view as well.
No, Slens, you don't need. Don't give him £50. You might need to give him a place to stay if he's.
No, I was going to say,
in a
man.
new Ford car, man.
But you know why he's only got one earphone in, don't you? So he's hearing out just in case he hears a creaky floorboard.
He's ready to mute before someone walks in and
So
goes,
he goes
go to
like that.
bed.
He just, yeah.
Yeah. No, well, I was going to say, man, I was just going to talk about the midfield, the United midfield, man. What is missing, for me, what's like a major problem in the United squad is they don't have a midfielder who passes in between the lines, between the midfield line and the defense line. I think Carrick, you bring up Carrick, he was a master of doing that, man. Most of your attacks, I remember, used to be Carrick playing it in between to either Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, and the interchange comes from there. Like, Rice is decent at doing that. Obviously, this is something that I believe Rice can learn because you can see his passing accuracy and his passing movement is actually not bad. So there's something he can improve on.
Hello, and Xhaka and Noni, Pepe, brilliant.
Here's what we stand on. I mean, we just ruined him.
Speak up. We can't hear you.
Can't hear you, man.
Do you know what it is, though? It's the same thing with Lingard, with Fred. It's time on the ball. At Man United, and the same for clubs like Chelsea and Liverpool, you don't get so much time on the ball. Like, you face a lot of low blocks. So Lingard right now is playing for West Ham. Everybody who plays West Ham feels they got a chance of winning the game.
Yeah.
So they go at it. So everyone opens up a bit more. It's perfect for Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard's the last player you want in the hole there. You do that for Man United where there's like a block of like 8 to 10 players. No good. It's absolutely no good. Which is why I don't want the club to keep. Go on.
Do you think Lingard for England playing against Germany or something would work? That's not even a joke. Like playing in these big games.
I think he can do a job, but I wouldn't want to see him play instead of Foden.
You know he's going.
He's definitely going to the Euros.
He's going
definitely
to the Euros.
Of course he is.
Definitely going.
He's one more
him.
goal away from starting every game. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's how bad
Southgate loves him.
It took him 3 games to get back in the England.
Literally.
Wait, so you're gonna have a front four of Mason Mount, Jesse Lingard, Tammy Abraham.
No. No, it's going to be Mount. It's going to be Mount, Sterling, Jesse Lingard, and Kane. That's going to be front four. You do realise that, right? That it will be the front four.
Mount,
And Sterling will still miss a sitter.
That'll be front four.
No,
You know that's gonna
Mount
be the front
won't be
four.
part of the front four. He'll be part of the midfield
How do you
three.
leave out Rashford and Sancho as well? Like,
Because
Impact off the bench.
because you've got Gareth Southgate as your manager. That's how.
Unpopular opinion.
Kane's a definite one, right? Like, if
Yeah.
we were talking about a front four for
Yeah.
England, Kane is number one.
Everyone's
yeah,
agreed
yeah.
on that.
No. The
Yeah.
best thing for England going forward is going out on the group stage. So Southgate gets sacked.
No.
That's harsh, man.
He's right. He's absolutely correct.
He won't get
Absolutely
sacked.
correct.
You know he won't get sacked even after
He
that.
should.
He won't get sacked after that.
If we
I'll
get
take
embarrassed,
Lampard. I'll take Lampard.
if we get embarrassed,
You said this earlier. You were like,
Wait,
I'll
you
take Lampard.
take who?
Lampard at England.
Oh no.
You
man.
take Lampard at England.
I don't get why
I
everyone
bet,
says
I
this.
bet he's the next guy
Hold
who
on.
gets the job.
You want to play
Him or Gerrard?
Cross and Inshallah into Tammy Abraham. Is that what you want?
You mean to Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Harry Kane?
Got you,
Yes.
got you
No.
top four last
He's
season,
playing.
by the
No,
way.
he's playing Tammy Abraham.
Prime.
he's going.
You're-
He's going under 21.
Indiana, don't do this. You know who we are, Indiana.
You know
No.
you're playing Champions League tomorrow night because of Frank Lampard. He got you in there. You realise
No, but he
that,
wouldn't
right?
get past this.
Indiana. Frank didn't
He'd
do
have
anything
beat, hang
special.
on, you would have beat West Brom because he would have started Mason Mount. You would have beat West Brom.
Frank Lampard couldn't beat West
Oh,
Brom.
it's such a troll. man.
Lampard couldn't beat West Brom.
Yeah, he would have. He would have beat West Brom.
Controversial opinion. No. To Euro 2021, I'll take Mason Mount over Jack Grealish to that plane
Oh
as an option.
no, that's
Yeah,
outrageous.
I'm
man.
not- I'm
That's
not
our best
doing
player for me, man. Our second best player after
If you-
Kane. But
If you said Foden, then I'd be weighing it up.
Yeah.
I would.
Wait, you
But-
take Mason Mount instead of Jack Grealish?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I think Mason Mount's shown to me in the England team and in the Premier League in general, he is a capable player and he can do it. And what I think is going to happen.
And Grealish isn't.
No, what I'm saying is.
No advertising on
no.
stream.
Look at context, okay? Gareth Southgate isn't like Jack Grealish. And of course, Mason Mount's been performing. He has a reason to pick Mason Mount. Say, look. I don't-
But
I like-
Grealish is playing in a much worse side and controls games. Like
He's
the
doing
guy
better.
stands.
No. You see what Charlie Austin said on TalkSport a couple of weeks ago? He said the England squad selection favours big clubs because someone like Patrick Bamford, who's been banging in goals, didn't even get selected.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, but
I'll be honest.
here's the
I
thing.
think. Go on, bro.
No, so you go. I'll go after.
I was gonna say, like, I think you know what? One credit I give to Southgate is that I think he's kind of moved away from that, man.
do you think? No, I don't know.
I you know what? Because I think that the likes of Ward-Prowse, the likes of Watkins, yeah, obviously Bamford hasn't got his chance yet, but the centre backs, Connor
Saints,
Cody.
You say this right, but that's because there was no Sancho available, there was no Rashford
Okay.
available.
Yeah.
So he brought two more players in, pretty much.
Yeah, but you know what though? Like I was thinking about this, and for me, what Grealish does, I've said this 100 times. No one can do what he does in this current English squad. Like, no one. I don't think anyone can do because the way he's like a Hazard player who just drags the ball forward, man, and he evades 2 or 3 challenges. Do you know what I mean? And I think honestly, Mason Mount can link up play well. He can be that link between the attack and the midfield.
Yeah, don't worry. I do this on a daily basis.
Yeah, but no one can do it. I think Foden is a different player to Grealish, but Grealish is just a level of his own, man. Like the uniqueness of Grealish is unmatched for me in the English squad.
I agree.
I think with England, people are saying bring Bamford and stuff. This is something that always happens every year leading up to a tournament. There's always this breakout star that has to be in the squad.
Just in solidarity with you, Samuel. That's all.
There you go. You know what, guys? I was actually going to ask something.
You
Wait,
go.
what was I saying? There's always this breakout star for England. It was last summer or last season because it should have been last season the Euros. It would have been bring Phil Foden, even though he didn't play in much games. The time before that, it was Rashford. It was at one point it was Theo Walcott, even though he hadn't made a first team appearance. Sterling. Why does Bamford have to come? There has to be some form of continuity because it is a squad at the end of the day. And you need chemistry since you don't play with each other every single week. you can't bring someone like Bamford because they're having a good season, or someone like Tyrone Mings, or bring Konsa because they're having a good season if they haven't been in the squad before.
Do we think Mason Greenwood is likely to go?
No.
Big
No,
mistake if he goes.
I think
Big
it's a big mistake, but
Big mistake.
that's not the question whether it's going to be a good idea to take him. It's whether the question is, do we think he will go because he's played for England before and Southgate's a clown?
But you know that incident that
Yes.
happened? I don't think he's recovered from that. You think he's going to go?
He's going to go.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Mason Greenwood.
He's not possibly going to take Sancho. So
He'll take Sancho.
No, he's taking
No,
Sancho.
I
Well,
don't know.
Disgrace.
I
No,
don't
it's a
know.
disgrace. It will be Mason Greenwood going over Bukayo
He
Saka.
always has a finger. I love it, man.
Mason Greenwood going over Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. actually.
Yeah, Saka don't even get a look in, right?
Both
No.
Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher did their squads yesterday, and I was watching it, and none of them said Saka, and it doesn't make any sense to me. He should definitely be on that plane.
No, I agree. Saka's been, but how old is Saka?
18?
No, he's not 18. I think he's 20.
No, he's
20,
not.
right?
Stones, he's 18
19.
or 19.
There's
No.
something you guys have to be careful with. Don't force all these players in. People are talking about bring Mount, Grealish, Foden, Lingard, Rashford has to go, Sancho has to go, Sterling has to go. Now you're talking about Saka has to go. People will try and make a case for Callum Hudson-Odoi that he has to go, even though I disagree. You also have Kane, Calvert-Lewin. Some will make a case for Tammy. You have Bamford.
Who's going to make a case for
There's too
Tammy?
many players you keep saying have to go. So
Tammy.
people
Who's
are
making
going
a
to miss
case for
out.
Tammy, man?
For under
Well,
21s.
Indiana, you love Tammy, so I don't know.
No, I said he's a better goal scorer than Werner. He has been.
No, you say he is a good. You rate Tammy.
Yeah, I do. In the box, yeah.
But he's not
Werner?
good. Would you take Tammy Abraham at United?
No, I wouldn't. But we're Man United, not Chelsea. So
Alright.
Yeah, but Chelsea are a big club.
Most of us here are England fans. What's the
not as
expectation?
big.
What's the expectation for England going into this competition? Right, what's the expectation? I
have no expectation whatsoever.
Quarters.
no. Come on.
Got to be. That's
Is there a run of 16 on there? There is, right?
Yeah,
Or is it straight to the
I
quarters?
think so. Yeah. No, it's
What?
20. Is it still 24 teams? Right, it's still 24.
I think they've added more teams, man, this year. I think it's 32.
Oh, I don't know. It's like
How?
it's like it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Gary Neville put Dyer in the squad. What?
No,
Bellingham
because
as well,
Southgate
yeah,
always
it's true.
chooses him. Southgate always chooses him. So it's like
He doesn't even get chosen for Spurs.
Dyer is living up to his name quite literally because that's how he's playing. But you know, I don't know what it is. It's every England man. Indiana knows this. He's been watching. Doesn't every England manager have 5 or 6 players
That they
that
love,
are in the
yeah.
squad every time, and you go, "How are they
Yeah.
in the squad?"
It's mad. It's when you. The thing is, right? We all watch football and we can see it. Like we can see the players that we think England should take in the squad. I might feel a little bit different because I don't think anybody under the age of 21 should be going. That's what the under 21s are for.
Yeah.
Like some people
That's
agree,
true.
some people disagree.
No.
But when you look at
Michael Owen went and they lit up the tournament. Michael Owen was 18 years old.
But he's special. He was a different anomaly,
Yeah.
bruv. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Ballon d'Or
was
winner and
golden.
all that.
Yeah.
He was next level. The same with a Rooney. Rooney was next level.
Yeah. Not Bellingham, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not. Here's the thing. I rate Greenwood, but I'm not putting Greenwood on that level either.
No.
I'm not putting Greenwood on Rooney's level. I'm not putting him on Michael Owen's level. Not yet.
No.
What's the point of taking them? If they're not going
That's
to play,
what I'm
what's
saying.
the point?
I said it on the terrace. I was like, I don't want to see Mason Greenwood go to England. Like he's not ready. I don't think he's mature enough to do that. He hasn't played enough football, been in the spotlight long enough. Next thing we know, there's those 2 fraud women like putting pictures out and videos out everywhere. And I
Yeah.
was like, wow.
Out of
It's-
bounds, man.
Yeah.
But you know what,
it's
though?
weird. It's
Go on.
weird. It's very weird because it's not even the same. But it's like when Sven Goran Eriksson took Theo Walcott in 06.
That was clever. I thought that was really clever. I'm watching that thinking the amount, as a Man United fan, obviously, I was seeing the attention Rooney was getting. And I was like, that's quite a clever thing to do. You've taken a 16, 17-year-old, however old he was, and you've taken the spotlight right off of Rooney. I thought that was... They had no intention of playing Theo Walcott.
No, it was just a waste of a squad place, really. Yeah.
I think the worst thing that's ever happened with England is to have a Paul Scholes and not build a team around him. That's the worst thing I've ever seen with England.
Right.
I think that's madness.
I got a question. It says Sven. Who would he have in there managing the golden generation?
What? Oh, that's easy. Harry Redknapp.
Yeah.
I'd have had Harry Redknapp at the time.
No chance. No chance.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
You're forgetting it's at the time. It's at the time.
At the time, the reason you're saying no chance because he was a Spurs manager. But listen,
Yeah.
the reason why I would have him is because he's the one guy that I've seen in English football who doesn't care what the media think.
Yeah.
He will play the best players for that team. He's not the best manager, don't get me wrong. But he's not gonna succumb to, oh, I have to play Gerrard because the papers say so. Do you know what I mean? I have to play Lampard. He'd easily drop. Lampard's his nephew, and he would drop.
He would. No, he would. I don't think he would. I think he'd build a team around him, man. I was gonna say that.
Nah, he'd build the team.
He'd build a team around. That's what we should have done.
Scholes,
That's what we should have done, man. We keep saying this, but Carrick should have been in that team starting. I keep saying this. Gerrard, not Lampard, Scholes, and Carrick should have been on it. I'm sorry, because with Carrick holding there, then you can just link those two players.
It made sense as well because we had no left winger.
Yeah,
we had no left winger, no left winger at all. You could have played a front three, right? With David. You could play David Beckham in the 10. I said it the other day. I was like, I think I said it to Have Hope actually. Beckham would be the best number 10 in the world if he was around today. I honestly believe that. Outstanding. When he started off in Man United, he was a number 10. He'd be incredible as a 10.
In today's game, actually,
Yeah, in today's game, I think he'd be outstanding.
Well, it's not about dribbling ability. It's not about like drifting through. That's I think a bit old school. Like around number 10s, we're talking the Ronaldinhos and stuff. But I think this number 10 is the one who can distribute the ball well, finds the spaces, and that's what he was good at.
What I say about Beckham though is that no. What I say about Beckham, he was the first England player I could say that everyone in the world knew who he was. Literally,
he was a brand.
Yeah,
he was a. From Japan. This is a guy who, like, £1 million in football back then was actually quite a lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. And he had a deal with Brill Cream, and he didn't want to be tied down, so he shaved his head. £1 million he lost out on, £1 million, and the big thing was that he started dating one of the Spice Girls, the one who really couldn't sing, right? And, Posh Spice, she could not sing, man. She was
straight facts. It's straight facts.
Yeah, no, she sang like that Pepperami off the adverts. She was terrible, man. She was so bad. Do you remember?
No.
How did the Pepperami advert go, man? Yeah, like that. That's how she sang.
I remember it as well.
With auto-tune, that's how she sang.
No.
So that's that was the big thing for that. Really elevated him because the Spice Girls were massive back then. They were huge. But yeah, man. No.
You see,
I'm not having the Beckham standard.
If Beckham actually, I saw him going backwards, like centrally, like becoming like a Cruz or like.
Well, he kind of did it. He kind of did though.
PSG.
Yeah,
PSG.
That's what I mean. I could see him doing that deep line playmaker. You know, with the passing, everything like that, and still being able to control it and never being caught.
He did
out
a bit of Real as well, man. He did a couple.
He just passed his way. He could just pass his way. I mean, the long passes he made was so pinpoint.
Yeah.
That the strike, all the strike had to do if they had a good touch was just bring it down and bang like that. I mean,
do you know what I find
some
mad
of the
about
passes he gave to Owen in Real Madrid when he was there for that season.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo just pinpoint. That's what I saw Beckham doing.
Andrew,
number 10, maybe.
I got a question. Wait. Did Chelsea ever show interest in selling Beckham to Sleds or not? Stop Bartley Sleds.
In signing Beckham?
What?
No. There was never any interest in Gerrard, we were signing Gerrard. He just got
close,
from his family.
No, he went. He said he went.
He was going to sign.
It was a mafia, wasn't it, man?
His brother was like, pretty much, you're not going to be
You can't
family
sign,
anymore if you do that. Yeah.
Yeah, he got basically threatened. And then even the summer after, we were in for him again as well because he wasn't going to sign. He had I think contract.
That's
issues or something
2004,
like
right?
Yeah, 2004. Yeah, he goes.
By the way, Liverpool fans love. Yeah,
it was all done. It was all done, and then he got the outside business. 2005.
Yeah,
I think contract issues. We were there again.
Back to Beckham.
It was.
But you know what though?
Well,
Andrew, a lot of Liverpool fans, love talking, saying, "Oh, like look, you wanted to sign Gerrard because Lampard wasn't good enough." Listen, at the same time, your club legend wanted to leave and come to Chelsea, so you look at it from both ways, mate. Do you know what I mean? He wanted to bet his career at Chelsea. So.
You know the difference, right? Whoever went in for Paul Scholes, he was just like, no.
Of course not. Yeah. That's Wenger. Fergie.
Yeah.
Wenger.
That's
Fergie.
Yeah, but that's being loyal to your club. I don't think Ryan Giggs would have left. I'm telling you now, if David Beckham didn't fall out with Fergie, I don't think Beckham would have left. I really don't. Gary Neville never would have left. Phil Neville left because he couldn't play at United. And when he went, and that's the level that was at Man United at the time. Phil Neville left Manchester United because he couldn't get in the squad, went to Everton and became the captain.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Yes.
How good was Nicky Butt?
Huh?
How good was Nicky Butt?
Nicky Butt was a good footballer. He was a good player. He was a good player.
Underrated.
The problem was
Is he better than Fred?
yes.
Oh,
Say
oh
Fred.
my God! Is he better than Fred?
Is he better
Are
than
you
Fred?
really asking that
Are
question?
you serious? Come on, man.
Cleberson's better than Fred. Do you know what I mean?
Jemba was better than Fred.
I'd take Ward Prowse over Fred.
Yeah.
Well, Price is all right. Yeah.
I actually
Better
would.
than Fred.
I think it's weirdly his passing ability isn't as good as Fred's, believe it or not. But at least with Ward Prowse, you're getting a couple of free kicks out of him. Do you know what I mean?
Fred's
Like, at
from
least he's hitting the
Macclesfield,
target when he's shooting. That's my big. The same with
Fred's
Scott
from
McTominay.
Macclesfield. We all know
Oh.
that, man. He's from Macclesfield. All right.
It looks like
Frederick,
Norwich are
man.
getting promoted, man. They won 7-0.
Oh crap!
Did they? You're getting beat 7-0.
Do we have Daniel Falk? Is it the same manager? Yeah.
I think so.
They play decent football.
But I
man.
mean, it's
They play
about.
decent-
Hang on, what was that? I just read.
Let's have a look.
I'm reading some Champions League news.
7-0 against Huddersfield.
Yeah, Huddersfield.
Huddersfield. Jesus.
Yeah, they're one. I think they're a win away from automatic.
Should I see if I
Timo
want that
Pukki,
shock?
with a hat trick.
You know what shocked me? Look at Barnsley. Just look at Barnsley. Look where they are. They're fifth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why is that shocking?
Bro, they were 20th last season. They almost got relegated, and now they're fifth.
They played well against us, to be fair, man. We barely beat them.
Liverpool won the title last season.
Things change, yeah, man. Last year they were greatest ever Premier League team. Now they're just,
All they've
mid-table
done is
team.
match all they've done is match Leicester. That's all they've done.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
No, I think they're going to end up
Historical
worse.
Leicester.
I don't
Historical
know.
Leicester.
Here's the thing: they might
That's
still make
a
top
good man
4.
once
Liverpool,
said.
you never know.
They might actually make it.
That's true. That's true.
They might make it.
But do you know what?
it-
I think the Arsenal performance is more of a blip than it is their actual level, though, on this season. Do you know what I mean? I think Arsenal did nothing that game. I can confidently say they did nothing. They didn't come at them. They literally just bent down. I was like, listen, just do your thing. That's literally what it was. I think Liverpool, what we saw today was their level.
I got to address this because last week I still don't know where this Arsenal confidence came from that they were going to beat Liverpool. Samuel,
Yeah, Sammy can hear
I've
us.
seen him and he
I know
said
he
it
can
to
hear
me multiple times. 3-1 they were going to win. 3-1. Samuel, where did you get? I've got to know. Where did you get this confidence from that you were going to beat Liverpool?
Pulisic and Kante have both trained.
I wouldn't buy it.
That's Pulisic out for 6 weeks.
I wouldn't buy it.
Pulisic, Kante, and Tammy will all be in the squad.
Go on, Samuel. Where
Barney
did you get
without
the
Mark
confidence?
Rocker,
Well, I've
PSG
got to
without
say,
Gnabry.
I looked at the games against West Ham and Tottenham, and I said, "There's goals in this team." And I said, "Look at Liverpool's backline with Phillips and Kabak." I said, "We're bound to score 3 goals with Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Pepe. It's bound to happen." Of course,
It doesn't make sense.
I
Score
didn't
3
think-
goals, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe.
Pepe. They're on fire.
Those
know
two
that-
things don't go together.
On fire. Who's on fire?
Don't fire.
No, but I didn't take into account. Wait,
See more
Andrew,
fire in a Bunsen burner.
Andrew, I didn't take into account how much of a fraud and a clown Aubameyang is.
Mikel Arteta. Oh, sorry.
I
No,
do
no,
know
no.
what a fraud he is.
Yeah, Aubameyang's a fraud. He needs to
I thought
go.
you said Mikel Arteta. Sorry, my bad. Go on.
No.
Did you say you were going to score 3 goals because you saw what Liverpool's defence was, but not take notice of your own defence?
Maybe. Maybe I did.
Like West
Maybe I
Ham
didn't.
scored 3.
To be fair, Arsenal's problem this year has been their potency, their attack. I think they haven't been. I don't think they're worse than last season defensively, but attackingly they've scored. I think 17 less goals than last season at this point, or something like that.
Yeah.
So your attack is a big worry, man. And supposedly you got Aubameyang with 375k a week. So
No, the biggest issue with us was creativity. We could not create in the beginning half when we were in that run. We could not create for Japan, and then of course Mikel Arteta's hand was forced with a COVID breakout, and then he had to play Smith Rowe, and then against Chelsea we finally had that creative outlet and we won that good run. So we just need creativity from the get go, and I think basically our midfielders are our weakest point. See with Arsenal, when you sort out the defence a little, something else gets broken. When you fix the attack, the defence is broken. There's always an issue at Arsenal that's holding us back.
do you think Arteta's
It's like a sieve. You've got the tap running on, go for it, but the water's just draining out the pot.
No.
You're talking like Arsenal was like a beat up car, and you can't get to a garage. It's like professional. You're trying to
Guys,
fix
don't
it
you think
yourself.
Zidane is disrespected by a lot of people? If he wins another UCL and has longevity, can't he be the greatest football figure of all time, as he was a great player?
He's in for a
Good
shot.
question. Good question.
If he wins
Big
it with
up
this
Abby.
room, if he wins
I
it
think
with
the
this
current
Real
one-
Madrid team,
Yeah.
if he wins it with this one, I mean, you got to talk about him, really, haven't you? If
Yeah.
he wins it with this one.
Yeah, but what's
The
the
cur-
competition?
Cruyff.
No,
What?
I mean in the Champions League.
No, I meant like overall
no.
football figure. Sorry, football figure.
No,
that's what
I
meant. Yeah.
don't think this is the strongest Champions League we've ever seen.
Mm.
If I'm honest, I think City have got a real shout. You wouldn't have said that before, without a striker as well.
Yeah.
Bayern
You've
Munich,
got-
obviously.
Bayern Munich, PSG have got Poch, so they're hindered as well. Listen, we'll get onto the Poch slander in a minute. You've got Chelsea. They're not as strong as they'd like to be.
Mm.
Real Madrid, they're probably the weakest they've been in a long time.
Yeah.
It's the Dortmund.
Porto could win it.
You
What?
think Porto could win it?
Of course.
Win
Listen,
what?
Of course.
Champions League.
What?
Of
Sorry?
course they could.
Come on, man.
Of course they could.
Chance. You never
This
know.
isn't all
Because
full,
they're
my
playing.
friend. This isn't all full.
Because they're playing us first. That's why. Yeah. It's always the same with you Arsenal fans. I swear to God. Always the same.
I mean, we sure as hell can't say Arsenal, so that's all right. And
Samuel, why did you say Porto?
No, I said Porto. got a
Why do you
chance.
think?
Yeah, why?
Well, I think they've shown throughout the competition that they are capable of being any team with the style of play. They don't fear no one. They're fearless. I mean, obviously, what are you laughing at?
No,
No.
Of course.
Any stage of competition, any team has a chance of winning. Chelsea has a chance
it's
of
true.
winning.
It's true. Yeah, he's right. I see what you're saying.
Or Liverpool, not Liverpool.
Dortmund still have a chance of winning.
Or Dortmund has a chance of winning Champions League. All the teams still have a chance of winning it except Liverpool.
How much so is your opinion on Porto winning the Champions League influenced by the fact that they play us in the next round? Yeah, and your hatred towards this club. How much is that?
I'll
How
tell
much
you,
is that influenced by?
even if they play Man City, I'll say there's still a chance of them winning it.
Rubbish.
Ah.
Rubbish.
Rubbish.
I think
Rubbish.
He's done it again.
I think you're more likely to beat
Rubbish.
Liverpool than you are
Yeah.
Porto. But that's just the. But I'm not to say you won't beat Porto. But listen, people, there's 14 of you in here now, which is really lovely. Can you smash the like, please? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share it on your socials. We'd love that to happen.
Do you know what, Indiana, though? Just to go back to Abdi quickly, he mentioned the greatest football figure. I think that's an interesting debate, man, because
that's what I'm saying.
I said Cruyff because obviously he was a great player, great manager, then a great owner, and obviously we know his style of play was, listen, until this generation, until now, until today, it's still being adopted, still being played. So it's between, honestly, Zidane it could be in for a shout if he wins another UCL for me.
Can we talk about that fraud, Nabi? I'm sure someone's going to bring him up on Friday on Fraud Watch. But
Baby Keita, man.
Yeah.
£66 million. 66 million.
Wow. Fred looks like a good buy when you think about it. Do you know
At
what
least
I mean?
he's reliable. At least he's available.
Werner looks like an
he's
incredible
available.
buy.
I know.
Werner looks like an outstanding buy. Like
But
prime Messi type buy.
Keita's problem is his fitness, though. It's his fitness. He just hasn't been fit.
It's availability.
Yeah.
But then, no, he's been a bigger flop than Aquilani.
Wow. That's a
Look,
ball there, Sam. That's
look
a
at
ball
this.
there, mate.
Never played
Aquilani,
4 games in a
Jesus.
row for Liverpool. Wow.
Apparently he got injured on a plane flight as well. Apparently he came into the flight, he was fit, and he left the flight, and he got injured.
Okay, I'll refer to Tiny in the future. No, you're. That is, but can we call him a fraud or a flop for not being fit? I suppose because they.
No, you can. No, in the end, you can put the Liverpool fans for being frauds for hyping them up.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
done
That was it, yeah.
It's
Meant to be better than Kante.
To be fair, has Partey won 3 games in a row at Arsenal? Just a question.
Yes, he has.
Sorry?
Was he playing chess?
Samuel, have they been in the Premier League?
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have. I'll show you.
Hold on, are you talking about FIFA here, mate? He hasn't won 3 games in a row.
Sure, yeah.
Imagine Hazard against Trent. That would be.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I would much prefer
If
his
it's-
prime Ronaldo because Man United, Liverpool, that would just be special for me. But also,
Indiana, Damien Duff would tear up Trent. Damien Duff would destroy Trent.
That was
Nani
decent,
would.
to be fair. Put some respect
I
on
think-
Damien
No, that's
Duff.
what I mean.
yeah, I
No,
think
I'm
Nani
not
would,
disrespect- what I'm
and
saying- what I'm
Robin
saying
would.
is, Solomon Kalou would destroy Trent at this moment in time, man.
Guys, I've seen
Yes.
Dwight McNeil try out new skills. Honestly, new skills I've never seen before on Trent. I swear.
Samuel,
It's so embarrassing.
can you repeat why Porto were in the Champions League?
This guy, man.
Oh,
you never
Brian,
let him
man.
go. You never let him go, man.
I'm going to say something, okay? 1% chance, 99% faith.
Sam, that's so cringe, Sam. That's so cringe, bro.
Say it again.
1% chance, 99% faith.
Is that why you support
Lauren in the
Arsenal?
That's like them t-shirts, man.
Definitely.
2013, bro. You know, 2013 hoodies, bro. You had them here, the quotes, bro.
Keita is definitely somebody's drunk uncle who turns up to a party trying to outdance his nephew when the music starts playing. Big
Oh,
up,
this show is
Lauren.
too funny, man.
Over
No.
Team Werner. Listen, I would take Joe Linton.
No,
Man,
come on. That's too much.
Hang on a minute. He's
That's
in the
too much.
goals, man. He's in the goals.
I think he's got 3 goals this
scored?
season. That's 2 less than Werner, to be fair. So, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, and in a worse team. Imagine if he was in Chelsea. This is what
Indiana,
I'm
do you want to hear a stat that me and Prime came up with? Roberto Soldado.
saying. Stop. Do I want
No,
to hear
we
a
didn't
stat
come up with.
that
We didn't
you
come
and
up
Prime
with.
came up
it.
with?
No. I think we discovered.
Wow.
We discovered. He mentioned.
Yeah,
it
go
first.
on.
Oh, discovered.
Roberto Soldado has the same amount of goals as Timo Werner in the Premier League with 2 or 3 less games. Roberto Soldado. Just to remind you guys of who that is.
Yeah.
I love
Soldado
you,
played
Roberto
one more
Soldado.
season as well, so you know.
No, but amount of games.
Doesn't matter.
Remember the
Just not having it, I'm just not
Kante
having
and Torreira debate, Samuel? I know you.
Oh yeah,
it. Look at his lights went off.
yeah,
Yeah, you know.
yeah. I remember DT
Put us in
saying
the
stuff
Champions
like that,
League. Well, Arsenal can't make it to save their lives.
Listen, Chris.
Love Arsenal slander, any slander, as long as it's not Fergie, I'm good. Poch slander is very welcome. because I think that guy's a complete fraud. You guys got that pick of a defender on his knees against Neymar. That was Trent. Samuel, what's the best trophy you've seen Arsenal? If you say that little gold cup, man, that you made yourselves,
He wasn't alive.
yourselves with.
He wasn't alive.
I was alive.
Were you alive when they did the 12 draw win? Do you remember
You didn't
that
know
one?
you had. You didn't know you had a nose at that time, let alone a gold cup.
No, I was born. I seen it live on Sky Sports Premier League 12 years later.
That's the biggest bunch of waffle I've ever had, man. You're waffling.
You watch Premier League years. That's what you.
That's what you
That's
did.
What you saw.
Last week
You
as
did.
well. Last week.
Rams running his own football blockbusters, like renting out VHSs to people, like so online order, next day delivery VHS.
You know, I'm sort of like Ram. I watch Arsenal games only, so I watch all Arsenal games once in a while.
Oh man,
What's the best trophy you've seen Arsenal pick up live, Samuel?
The Premier League on Premier League years.
oh, shut up! Shut up! Did you have to go? What's that? You pointed at the screen. I've never seen that trophy before ever. What is that?
Of course, that's actually true though. You do celebrate that.
No,
I'm going to celebrate finishing above.
You've got a name for it, don't you? St. Tottering's Day. There you go.
No, it's just a little bit of banter. It's
No,
not
it's not.
achievement.
No, it's
It's
not.
still banter then, because they will throw me in.
That's not.
I've seen a shirt like that. But come on, man. Listen, I understand. You have to find the small successes in life and enjoy them. I understand, guys. It's very understandable. When you were suffering the whole time, the small successes, like like my shoelaces are tied. That's a small success in it. Do you know what I mean? It's the same with Arsenal.
Arsenal was still in the success of finishing in top 4, and right now people sing. We were the first people to do it. When we were finishing in the top 4, people sing,
wow.
no, top 4, top 4.
You were the
But
first
the
one to
moment we
finish top
finish
4.
out-
Samuel, let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Who's a bigger club, Chelsea or Arsenal?
I'm not wanting to have this debate.
Very honest. Very honest.
He literally
And
did. What is
Indiana,
this,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
I know what this is. So since Arsenal last won a Premier League, how many Premier Leagues have we won?
Is it 5?
It
5.
speaks for itself, man. It speaks for itself.
You can't buy history. You can't buy
We don't need history. It's fine. We're living now. We're
Leicester
living.
1-1.
Slens, how many goals
Yes,
did
sir.
Chelsea?
United have won 4.
Sorry.
5. See how that joke works?
Oh, 5. United have won 5. Yeah,
Oh.
United won 5 as well. City have won 5. Chelsea have won 5. Liverpool won 1. Leicester have won 1.
And Arsenal.
If you take away 3 and 2 5s, that leaves you with 10. Where are Arsenal now? 10th. See, that's method to the madness. Method to the madness.
Samuel, don't you want to be 11th so you can say at least top of the second half of the table?
for the Europa League.
And then you can actually brag about being the first 11 because you'll be the first one in 11.
No, serious question. You know when you go on your phone, how does it feel to have to scroll to see your team in the league title? Like it honestly hurts. Like imagine scrolling to see your team. It's not even at the bottom. Like, gosh.
I don't need to look at a team because I already know what all the teams are.
I should say you were just checking your goal difference. Let's say you were checking. Look at this. It's like we can't even see it.
What's that? We're 7 major trophies behind now. We are catching.
Still can't see it. Still can't see it. Oh my god. Still can't see it.
What is it?
Here we go.
What is this now?
Here we go.
Wow.
Well, that's a long way down.
Listen, we are
The
where we
same
are.
amount of points as Leeds United, a newly promoted team who haven't been in the Premier League for how many years now? 14.
Listen, we are where we are.
16
years.
Yeah,
It's
and
the
that-
same
Right
age as you, Samuel.
now.
And they
Yeah,
have a
we
worse
are right
defense
now.
than a duty solicitor, man. Like, they are terrible. They are bad. How can you be 10th?
Listen,
Oh.
listen, I think
Oh.
Like me and the girl said when we first came on the terrace, if we finish 10th and win Europa League, we'll see it as progress. Because the progression is season, regardless, any position. I said, beginning of the season, I'd rather finish 12th.
You got 10 fingers up. Look at it.
I'd rather finish 12th and win the Europa League than finish 4th. That's my opinion. I'd rather finish 12th and win
Who
Europa.
said that? You?
Me and the girl,
Why
yes.
would you want to do that?
Stop it.
Because
Arsenal aren't winning Europa League.
But where are you
Yeah.
getting this confidence from?
12.
Where are you getting it? Why are you going to win the Europe? Tell me why. Why are you going to win your first ever European trophy this season?
What do you mean
Please tell me.
first? What do you mean
Enlighten
one?
me.
What do you mean
Wait,
first
which
ever?
one? When in the 1600s? Let's not do this right now, please.
The 90s.
Okay.
Jacobean trophies.
Cup was bigger than Europa League. It was bigger than Europa League.
All right,
I mean-
cool. Since the 90s,
All right.
why are you going to win your first trophy since the 90s? European trophy. Tell me.
That's one the first trophy since 2020.
First European trophy.
Alright. The reason we're going to win our first European trophy is we have in our route to the final. We have the easiest route. We play them. I'm not going to mention that team's name. The racist dickheads to Thursday.
I hope they lose.
I think we've got better players than them. I think Unai Emery. It's Unai Emery. We're going to be
That's
there.
right. No.
What do you mean it's
Football
Unai
injustice,
Emery?
my friend.
Hold on.
It's football injustice. Villarreal are knocking you out, man, in the semis. Villarreal are knocking you. It's football injustice.
Samuel,
Football
you're right.
injustice.
Unai Emery is Unai Emery, and he wins the Europa League.
That's what he
But
does. Serial
Do
winner.
you know what though? As a Man United fan, the one team I don't want to play is Arsenal. It's too dangerous.
I understand that, yeah.
It's too dangerous, man. Can you imagine that?
Especially because Arteta's got all his
What's
numbers.
Abdi
All
saying, man? Abdi's always got good questions. Indiana, as a United fan, Alex Ferguson wanted these guys. Who would you have signed? Gaza, Alan Shearer, Ronaldinho. As a foot, it's not easy because I think the big thing with Ronaldinho, my favorite player of all time, the best player I've ever seen with a football,
Same.
didn't have that discipline. He did not have that discipline that Alex Ferguson would require. So he's out. Gaza, maybe the same thing.
He was going to sign, right? He
Gaza,
was going to sign.
Yeah. Do you know the story about Gaza?
Yeah.
He's pretty much like I think Terry Venables was the manager at Spurs at the time, and he'd agreed terms with Man United. He'd agreed terms with Spurs. He turned down Spurs, and he was on his way to Man United. He stopped off and rang his dad, and he spoke to his dad about it. And his dad was like, "Oh, have you really thought about this? Do you want to play for Man United?" He's like, "Yeah, I want to play for Manchester United. I want to do that." And he's like, "Did you get a good deal out of him?" He said, "Yeah." He said, Did you speak to Spurs again? Did you speak to Tottenham again? He said, No. He said, "Well, why don't you ring them up and see whether they can get you a bit more?" He's like, "Well, like what?" He's like, "Well, tell them to buy your dad a house." So he rang up Terry Venables, and he was like, "Listen, I was on my way to Man United, but my dad wants a house." He said, "Yeah, done. Get down to London. I'll buy your dad a house." Bought his dad a house. He went and signed for Spurs. Apparently, Fergie was fuming. But at the time,
was a tanning bed. Wasn't it a tanning bed for his sister?
No, it was a house for his dad.
That sounds mad random.
I've heard him tell the story. Alan Shearer, Ronaldinho. So the one I would take is Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, that's what I was going to say, yeah. Makes the most sense.
Alan Shearer, I would take Alan Shearer, but if we didn't miss out on Alan Shearer, we wouldn't have had the Dwight York, Andrew Cole. For me, that's the best strike partnership that's ever been in the Premier League. But they're all ballers. Good question, man.
But Shearer, I'm telling you, if Shearer went to United, he would have had 200 more Premier League goals.
Easy.
He doesn't care about that. He cares about that one more
I know
Premier
he
League trophy.
I know.
One more. That's what matters.
I know he doesn't. But you think everyone's like, oh, Aguero scored 200 whatever goals. If Shearer had gone to United, you'd be going, yeah, but he's still 250 behind Alan Shearer's target. Are you mad? Ryan Giggs and David Beckham supplying crosses for Alan Shearer. Oh my God!
It's all over, man.
And he'd take all the penalties as well.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine Ronaldinho in the Premier League, man?
The one thing that stands out for me is that we had the greatest defense in the history of the Premier League, right? The 15 goal conceded, yeah. So he stood right in front of the two centre backs, done a samba dance, and just put it bottom corner. Literally, that's literally what he did.
Yeah, no, he was next.
Who can do that? No one can do that for me.
Imagine he had
I was at that.
CR7's mentality, desire, drive, hunger. Imagine he had that. Oh my God, we wouldn't be talking about
I was
Messi.
at the ground.
Of course not. Yeah.
I was at the ground for that game. Do you know what? This is no joke. For about 10 seconds, nobody knew what had happened after he hit that goal, because it was like, you know what it was? It was like, did that just happen? Because Czech didn't even move. You know, Czech didn't move to save that goal. And I was next to my mate. I was going, have they scored? Is this 2-2 now? I didn't know. You know,
but I think that's Ronaldinho. I think you've just summed up Ronaldinho. Nobody actually knew what he was going to do with the football. He was that good with both feet, could manipulate it. Like the king of the flip flap, right?
Yeah.
Nobody could flip flap a ball. Like, did you see that? I don't know if you've ever seen the video in slow motion where he flip flaps in midair.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He can flip flop midair. I've never seen that before.
Have you seen the videos where he hits the crossbar again and the ball keeps?
I bought those boots, you know.
That's the first YouTube video to ever hit 1 million views. By the way, that's the first ever YouTube video.
And then Ronaldo did a different video. No, he started smashing them and smashing them and volleying them in the top corner. Like, you're supposed to put it in the goal.
It's quite funny. Jogo Benito Nike videos, man. They look saucy as hell.
Yeah.
The best videos are the.
I don't think Ronaldinho would. I don't think he at the time. I don't think he would have done well in the Premier League. I just don't think it was suited him. I think he'd do better now.
Ooh, I don't know.
If he was here now, I'm just saying.
In his prime, though.
I don't know. Some players just. I just think it would have been tougher for him.
Is this the guy? Is this your guy, Andrew? Is this your guy?
That's class referee's his name. Class
most outrageous thing I've ever heard.
With his Man United comment. Yeah.
That was wild.
You know, he sent me a message. He sent me a message on Instagram, and I don't know whether to accept it or not. So
remove this guy.
Shut up.
Shut up. Subscribe to the channel. Please do that. This guy. This is the guy we need to bring on Fraud Watch on Friday, man. I think he'd be funny. We'll have to get him to call in.
You know what he'd end up doing? He'd end up calling his own fraud choice a fraud. That's what he'd end up doing.
I think something. Okay, I want to go off topic here about football. But the amount of fake accounts of people on the football terrace. I mean, there's a fake Ram account today.
There's a fake what?
Ram.
A fake Ram account.
Why would you do a fake account of Ram? Why?
I hope it's called Rim.
Rims.
Rims. Yeah.
Oh
Rims,
no.
Yeah.
With a Z in the end. Oh no.
Is that actually?
Yeah, that's the bit.
Dude, that's
the OG one, man. That's the OG one.
Yeah.
There's more David ones. I'll show you.
Oh no.
Wait. Wait 1 second. 1 second. Prime, just zoom out me. I'll show you.
Why can't you do it when he zoomed in?
Wait.
While we're waiting for Samuel, people, smash the like. Please smash the like on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. So many things on this channel is completely different to anything else. So please do that. What are you showing us, Samuel?
Egal burner account.
Egal is our star. Egal is our MVP.
Egalsmvp.com. Is that an actual website?
There's an Egal Chelsea fan account.
No way.
Egal's MVP. There's another one.
Sam, that shows that you're the owner of that account. What?
No.
Here's a question for everyone. The best goal you've ever seen from Messi and the best goal you've ever seen from Ronaldo.
I've seen Messi play. I've seen him play live. We didn't lose. It was 2-2. We were 2-0 down. I don't think that was. I think it was Ibrahimovic and Xavi scored.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was the game.
Yeah.
2000.
That was Villa, wasn't it?
No, that was the year before we signed. Before the.
Okay.
I think it was 2-0 down. I think the best goal I've ever seen. Yeah, that's my fake one. But
Zlatan scored 2 actually. He scored 2 that day. I remember. He scored 2. Yeah. He scored the volley and.
yeah,
No way. People are
Wow.
so bored, man.
What's wrong with people, man?
just look at the bio. Look at the bio.
Now, for me, the Ronaldo goal that stands out is the Porto goal, the United one, like 60 yards.
Yeah. I'll be
that
honest.
was-
I do like the overhead kick at Juventus. It was that good. It was that good that Juventus
One
all
of the
stood
best
up with
goals
the whole
I've
crowd.
the free kick versus Portsmouth.
I have to no.
special.
That season, okay, when I think Andrew remember this when Chelsea came to the Emirates, he beat us 3-0 at the Emirates. I think Drogba for the free kick.
Drogba. Yeah.
The one that
He
was-
he slapped it with a.
We're
Yeah.
talking about Messi. We're talking about Messi and Ronaldo goals. Not the best goals you've ever seen.
Oh wow!
Oh, bless, man.
The Messi,
Agreed,
the
Lawrence,
Messi
I
one.
agree.
The Messi one is the one against Bayern Munich, where he turns
Okay.
Boateng inside out and chips Neuer.
Oh,
That was something different.
that's that. Create your all-time
man.
five-a-side. Wow.
Let's bring Ram will say Yashin, Maldini.
Matty Cash.
Cash it. Yeah,
For me, no.
Matty Cash it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
my five-a-side has to be. Okay, so I've got to have Rio Ferdinand as a defender because I think he was the most mobile and best on the ball. Or maybe Yap. I'm going Yap Stam actually. I'm going Yap Stam. And then I'd have to go for Schmeichel in goal. Have to have Giggs. Have to have Ronaldo. Eric Cantona. Gotta be. Oh, but how do I leave out Van Nistelrooy?
All
Gotta have
time,
Cantona, haven't you?
we're all the best players of all time. Picking
In a
up
five,
At
in
your
a
club.
five-a-side.
From your club.
From your club.
From
You
your
can't
club.
pick any Arsenal. You can't pick any Arsenal players.
Of course you can.
I'm joking. Go ahead.
I'll go
Shamak,
next.
Walcott.
Edward.
In goal, I have to say, okay, all time, David Seaman in goal.
Kjellstrom.
Oh, get off it.
Samuel,
No, man.
the players you've seen.
Oh, okay, this is
No, come
If
on.
you
no,
say
come on.
Pepe, I'm
You
kicking
can do it.
all right.
To be fair, he didn't say players you've seen. The guy. Seen question.
Yeah.
Goal, I have to go with Petr Cech.
Respect.
Check. Okay. In,
For Arsenal.
yeah.
Oh, for Chelsea. I want for Chelsea.
I like Laurie's. Laurie's is good.
Defense, I have to go.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's an Arsenal team, though, isn't it?
Wait. I go Sol Campbell because I did see him play for Arsenal
Yeah.
in 2010 when he came back.
Mm-hmm.
Cesc Fabregas.
Good.
Yeah. Remember, it's only 5-a-side.
So there's 3 now.
What about Ozil and Sanchez? And
No,
Sanchez in that prime.
I go Sanchez and Van Persie. 5.
Wow, no one read. Okay.
No, I didn't never saw him replay. I did see him replay.
No Bergkamp as well.
Yeah, but you have to have Bergkamp in the five-a-side.
No,
right?
no Eddie Nketiah.
In a small spaces. That's all I was thinking. It's like it's quick
No,
football. Isn't it?
I'll get rid of Van Persie and put Henry in there because I didn't see him play when he came back in 2012. So yeah,
Jay Sonogo? No.
Okay.
no,
What? No bet now.
no.
No bet now. No.
Ben is too good to be in any team.
Shamak was my favourite. That man blew his wages on hair gel every week.
And the thing is, his hair was
No
falling out
No
heavily.
Scalacci.
Oh, you know what? Shall I tell
No
you something?
Scalacci at the back.
Back in early 2010s in where I live, there's a guy who wraps footballers' cars. If you heard of Yanni Mize, Basically, every time we used to go there, once I saw Maron Shamak driving there, trust me, this guy is short as hell. I was a little kid.
Shamak is short.
Yeah, he's really
No, he
short.
looked really tall. I thought he was really tall, man.
Well, I
That's
saw
what
him.
I
He
thought as
looked
well.
like
No, he had a long neck. He
exactly
had a long neck.
a short guy.
Nah, do you know what though? For me, man, I'd go for Czech, Carvalho. I'd play Hazard, obviously.
Yeah.
Didier Drogba. Is that 4, right? One more. I'm gonna put Ballack, man. It's a preference. I love Ballack. So complete. So complete.
I wouldn't go with that.
mine's Czech. Mine's Czech. Ashley Cole. Michael
Ashley,
Essien, Hazard, Didier Drogba.
I'm not going with that either.
Oh, that's 4, right? Oh, Ashley
No,
Cole.
5. He said 5.
I said 5.
So what? Five
Czech,
aside
Cole,
Samba.
Essien, Hazard, Didier Drogba.
Five aside Samba. Mine's Czech, David Luiz, Cesc, Mata. Actually, no. Take out Mata, put in Hazard, and then Drogba.
I wouldn't have done that with Chelsea. Not in a 5-a-side team.
That's interesting.
A 5-a-side team. I'm not putting Drogba in there. I'm putting. I'm putting. I would go Czech, Carvalho. I would go Hazard, Zola. Definitely have Zola in a 5-a-side team. And
Wait,
Robin.
It's not me, but don't try it. He's not talking about me. He's not talking about me. Don't try it. Don't try it, man. He's not talking about
funny, man.
Don't mind.
Yeah, you can tell.
Andrew.
Wedding
Someone
night.
sliding in your DMs, Andrew.
Why would you be whispering on your wedding night? I don't get it.
So you don't wake up your parents.
But yeah, sorry.
Baller Sidwell.
I got a question. What's the weirdest encounter you had with a footballer, like in real life? Like,
I think the weirdest thing for me was Andrew Cole. When I was a kid, he lived in the same village as me. He was playing for Bristol City at the time, and my mum started a cleaning business. We were only little. I was only about 4 or 5, and she used one of her clients owned a few houses where all the footballers used to stay. And I remember midsummer, these like 4 guys telling me to do a back hill, like teaching back hills and things like that. And then I would go there every week, once a week, and they'd always be pulling up in their cars or about to leave in their cars. Turned out it was Andrew Cole. And I didn't realise this until I was watching football. And I was about 12, 13. My mum knows nothing about football, right? And she's like, "Oh, you know that guy there?" I was like, "Yeah, that's Andrew. That's Andrew Cole. He's my favourite player." Right? I was like, "That's Andrew Cole, man." I'm like 11 years old. She was like, "Oh, he used to live down the road." I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "When you were little, he used to kick your football back to you because you kept kicking it towards his car and like telling you to do like back
that's
hills
mad.
and stuff like that." And I was like,
Mad.
"Really?" I was like, "Why didn't you get his autograph?" She's like, "I didn't know who he was." She's like, but to be fair, I don't even know whether he got off the bench for Bristol City. You know.
shall I tell you one thing? The weirdest thing. Oh my god! No, Prime Club Hassan's coming above Abdi.
It's strange now because
I tried to move on from
Anfield is a proper stadium. That will be
don't put
good.
it up.
No. Prime, the next comment. The comment.
Don't put it up. Don't put it up, dude.
We're doing tweets of the week. The way we've got to start this show, tweets of the week, people. It's going to be so good. Where we're going to create a separate Twitter for it, where you just tweet us with, or at us with your favorite tweets, the things you've seen, the outrageous things, and we're going to call them out on a Monday evenings. Tweets of the week, any socials that you're seeing, could be from fans, could be from managers. I don't want to be bombarded with pictures of Ollie smiling. That's the last thing we want to see because the fans get absolutely rattled by Ollie smiling. Let the guy be happy. Man.
Why can't he be happy?
Oh, Zidane. I'm taking Zidane over Kaká because Zidane's longevity.
Oh yeah, Zidane. Yeah,
Guys,
Zidane.
look how you win the
Zidane. It's not even close.
guys. Imagine look how you win the right now. And Johnny
David Beckham, without a doubt.
Well, Indiana. Imagine look at your window right now, and Johnny, the United fans, staring into it. Have you seen the tweet?
Yeah, I've seen the tweet. I was on his channel earlier. I was watching
why
his
you
channel
like
and
this,
I wrote a comment. He's like, jump on. So I jumped on for about 5 minutes. Johnny's all right, man. I've got no issues with Johnny. We're very opposite ends of the scale. He's very Johnny's very emotional about stuff. He has to get it out. You know, he loves the club. Just wants perfect football win. You know, everyone sees it differently, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna head off, guys. Thanks for having me on. Yeah.
Let's see it.
Take it easy, man.
In a bit, man.
Tweets of the week.
So tell you the weirdest thing that ever happened. I was at the barber's one time and then I see this guy like in a Bowie shirt, not full kit, Arsenal shirt, Arsenal Bowie at the back, number 29. And then I look in, it's Emmanuel Bowie just standing there for no reason. I was like, what? This guy wears his own shirt, game one shirt, outside. Yeah, I won't comment on it if you want. But what? It was a pink. He drew the pink Range Rover as well. It was a pink Range Rover. You take it from the missus.
Do you know a player we don't talk about enough actually? Who I thought was he blew my mind when he came to the Premier League.
Yakubu.
Who was his feet? He had such big feet. But his close control, Samuel, you might know who I'm talking about. The striker for Arsenal. He came through. Yeah, Adebayor, man. When he first came through, he was like, wow. And the same with Kanu, actually. Kanu had great feet. Probably better feet than Adebayor, actually. His dribbling ability was immense.
The streets have said Adebayor is a B-Tech prime. You know.
Prime what? Prime Ronaldinho?
What? B-Tech Prime at what? You've got to say the B-Tech at what?
That was funny.
Sunglasses.
Slens, I think it was Slens. I can't remember who it was. And the Next Gen show was saying Prime's always looking up because whenever he talks about Jose, and you're like, no, I'm playing FIFA. And then somebody else was like, yeah, he's playing FIFA doing Jose's career. Like Mourinho's career. Prime Jose. I thought it was
on that. You know, with the announcers of the terrorists, and we're going to be in the studio soon, who's most likely to have a fight, like a fist fight with each other? Just think.
Johnny and Danny. Yeah, you know, Johnny and Danny. I'm serious, man. The two.
I'd like to see Ram and Lincoln just fight each other.
Nah, that's not happening.
Ram and Lincoln, they won't bother each other.
I can't see two people fighting in there.
The thing is, someone's going to try and fight me, but I don't fight anyway, so I won't care.
Aneeks?
I don't get angry.
Aneeks, that's the
yeah.
one.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't get angry, so.
You look at Neeks, sometimes like he just rattles you.
Could be bits and bobs.
He's not in the terrace anymore, is he?
Bits versus bobs. That's what it'll be.
You know what? Imagine you get like I told this on the stream. Just watch how long he gallantly gonna get him in the studio, lock the door in there.
It's never gonna happen. At this moment, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
You know that's never going to happen. You're close to
best African to play in the Premier League. Gotta be Yaya Toure for me.
Yeah. What this guy did in the 13-14 was just unbelievable. He carried Man City to the title.
Yeah. If you're asking the best footballer who had the best career, Drogba. It's got to be. But who the best footballer? Yaya Toure. Has to be.
Anybody versus Zayn. No, I don't think Zayn comes on the terrace no more. So he's
Yeah.
You know what's happened to him, man?
I have no clue. No one has. Not even
He's
Terry.
like he's dropped off.
Yeah,
Was he-
Hassan,
was he-
JJ
was he-
Kocher's, he's got a shout, man.
Big Sam's pool man is unmatched. Getting JJ Quattro to come from. Was it Frankfurt? Was it Frankfurt or PSG?
Some
I can't remember where he's from.
PSG, I think.
He was a baller, though, man.
yeah.
I wish
was.
he was at a bigger club so he'd be spoken about more. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wish he was at an Arsenal or a Chelsea or a Liverpool.
That Bolton team was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Players, Yuri Djurkaeff playing for Bolton. Are you having a laugh?
Well, apparently Fernando Hierro played for Bolton, didn't he?
Fernando Hierro. Who was
Yeah.
the other? Ivan Campo. Ivan Campo played for them as well.
Fiera or Torre?
Stronger,
who was
was he?
stronger?
Were you
I've never
busy?
seen them arm wrestle, to be fair, so I don't.
If he's doing physically, it's got to be. I think it's Yaya, isn't it? I mean, Yaya's a beast.
No.
He was
Andrew.
animal.
Andrew,
mean,
He
it's like-
was just built like
Andrew,
like
look
an
at the
ox,
comments.
man.
Look at someone just commented now. Just look at that comment who we just mentioned. Go up. The one above it, Fernando Hierro just commented the way we said it.
Wow, Jesus, Fernando, what's happened?
That's creepy, man. I creeped out.
The team went missing since he said what Liverpool, the title race. Zane's been on this channel as well a lot, man. He used to come on Fraud Watch, but yeah,
He's been very
weird.
silent past few weeks.
You know what? No,
Yeah.
Alex.
It's because everything we said to him is true.
Imagine we get Alex, the Tottenham fan, and Zayn, Liverpool fan together. Just put them together. I mean, the delusion.
No, I want to see Alex. I want to see Alex against Kai, but I don't think that will ever happen. So.
Kai would feel bad in the end. Alex is a top guy. Alex is a top.
No, I just want
guy.
to see. I just want to see how. I just want to see how Kai would interact with him. That's all. First thing. Not to do anything mean, but just see.
Apparently, I think Alex's first interaction in the group chat. I think Kai was in there, and apparently him and Kai went off in the terrorist group chat. I can't remember. I wasn't in there, but I heard about it. Alex,
I don't know.
Let me finish.
What about York? For what?
It's not
York?
African. Is
He's
he?
not. But he's not. He's not African.
He's I'm sure of that.
Mustafa, you've got a Man United badge. You should know that. Yeah. York is not African.
Black.
The issue is
Charlotte versus David.
Charlotte would to destroy him. I mean, David gets points in, but I don't think David would even try.
Most overrated player. Somebody everyone raves, but don't think that good. Prime. You get just pick one prime. It could be
I should go.
most overrated.
Pick a player that's most overrated by
We
everyone.
don't think it's that
But you
good.
don't think it's good. Yeah.
Of all time.
Anyone, yeah. Anyone.
Overrated player.
All time. Brian Giggs.
Oh, I've got mine. Mine's easy.
Brian Giggs.
Shut up, Samuel.
Samuel, only people you were allowed to say. Lauren,
Martin
Lee,
Keogh.
Bruno.
Who's that? Wow.
Who's that? Oh, okay.
This is a tough one. Who have you got, Andrew?
Well, in terms of what I've seen in the Premier League, there's Lauren Koscielny. Arsenal fans were saying he was top 5 centre backs in the world. Lauren Koscielny.
He wasn't really back, but not that far.
Everyone says he's good, though. That's what I'm struggling with. Timo Werner.
No one says he's. I don't say he's good.
Yeah, but that's too media.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. His movement's outstanding. That's all I hear. Did you see what I did today? No, I've had enough. Most overrated manager is easy.
Do you know what?
Most overrated manager is easy. That's Poch. That's Poch.
Oh yeah.
Got to be. This can't even be an argument anymore. He's second in a league where his team are 2 divisions above everybody else.
But also,
imagine being Chelsea and playing in League One and being second in it. But you've got the same. Yeah. You've got the same ties. Yeah. That's pretty much what we're looking at. It's embarrassing.
Don't they usually have the league wrapped up by March?
Yeah.
Don't they? They usually have it wrapped up. Usually 25 points ahead.
Andrew, if you only have the league wrapped up in March, you're a failure. You should be much more sure than that.
Wait, Prime, question. Prime.
I said this to Indiana before.
Walcott's a good shout.
Are you cross-eyed?
Oh, Walcott, yeah. Walcott's a good shout.
Prime, are you cross-eyed?
Walcott's a good shout.
Because I just... What the hell is this?
That's his Jose face.
Alright, we're about to end the stream now. Thanks, people, for watching. Bye.
Man, that made me choke.
Oh my god,
that was so funny.
Man.
That was so funny. What made me laugh was Prime's out. What made me laugh even more was Prime's outro. Because I knew he was thinking about doing something as well. Whilst he was talking, he was looking for something. Were you looking for the countdown?
Samuel, will you DM me that Prime picture, please? Yeah?
Samuel, delete that picture.
Samuel,
wait,
DM
I didn't see
picture,
it.
Please.
Show me it again.
Basically, Prime there.
David Janot, no, he was a good player.
No, it's okay. I don't want to. No, I just realised.
Mark Hughes, the only manager in recent history who didn't win a trophy for Man City's unlimited cash flow.
I don't think that's not. Is that really, that's not really.
No
fair,
one expected
really?
too much of Mark Hughes at the time, though, did they?
Yeah, I mean, they really only did. They only gave him really half a season. That 08-09 really one doesn't really count. Do you know what I mean? No, 9-10 is when they stepped it up. Adebayor, Tevez.
Question: Do we think Poch could be the biggest flop in the football world if he's been lauded to be this outstanding manager? This is probably one for Friday night, but we've covered Poch so much on there, and he ends up finishing second.
Yes, with that team. What did I say to you last week? That PSG team should always be undefeated in that league. They should always be undefeated. They should never lose in that league. Never lose. They have the best. They have the best bench, let alone first team, by a country mile. They should never lose in that league whatsoever.
BVD, in my opinion, is overrated by being compared to centre backs like Rio, Terry. Yeah, I agree because we can't.
Very
that's
funny.
That's because Lauren. That's because they don't know what they're talking about. It winds me up. Like, what really annoys me is like, oh, we want a top manager. Ollie's not won anything, so we want Poch. Like, if you want a top manager, please ask for a top manager. That, you know, go and ask for a Tuchel, a Pep. Go and ask for them. Even if you ask for Mourinho back, I could see the logic in that. I just want to win a trophy. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know what Poch has done.
I think they got accepted. Ollie's here to stay, and they can't do nothing about it.
Rich, he's in hiding. Rich, he must be in hiding. Would you take Poch at Arsenal, Samuel, being that he was at Spurs?
Now that I look at it, no. Because if you want to progress and you want to win things, Poch is not the guy to do that. If you want to be successful, win Premier Leagues.
Mustafa, tell me why he's a brilliant manager.
Yeah, but
Because I'm telling you, going and picking up the Mickey Mouse Disneyland Paris Cup, which was all of somebody else's work, by the way, to get to that cup, does not give you any credit in the bank as far as I'm concerned.
yeah, but Samuel, in terms of what Arsenal are doing right now, anyway, you might as well have Poch.
But the thing is about Poch is, can he take us to the next level? I think, like I see Poch, I think he's there to be a stop the gap until the next manager comes in to take us to the next level. If you now want to go to the next level, this is the thing with Ollie. Ollie's a stopgap. He's the guy to stable the ship for United, build them up so the next manager can have an easy job and making United winning Premier Leagues and Champions League. That's how I see Ollie as. I don't see Ollie as the manager that wins United the Premier League. He's just a stopgap.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Mustafa says Poch will win trophies. The season isn't over, but he's supposed to win trophies. He's at PSG.
Yeah, if he,
That's
yeah, that's
you're
like
supposed to win
that's
trophies.
like saying, yeah, that's like saying if you breathe oxygen, you live. Do you know what I mean? It's like in that league. I mean, like I said,
Benitez. Did you read that, Samuel? Arsenal fan wants Benitez.
Oh, but when I said Arsenal should get Rafa Benitez, I got laughed at.
Well, yes, it is laughable because we want to succeed, and if you want a Premier, you can't win a Premier League with Rafa. I'm sorry,
You can't win the Premier League with Arteta.
that hasn't been seen yet.
You're a Disney, Laurie. Not the real one. Not the real one. The real one's in the States, by the way.
Use eat and stuff. Yeah, Pochettino. But then again, the last manager not to win the
Lauren
league.
agreed. That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine that a Man United and we're like 6th? Imagine us being 6th. Because I think Poch is so. I think Poch is one of those managers that's really fixed on this. Look, he's at PSG and he wants Dele Alli.
yeah,
He's fixed on a certain.
insane.
Yeah, I feel bad for him because I think he's a great guy and I think his actual coaching ability with development's very good. But I got a lot of questions.
Two things. How can you think of getting Dele Alli when you've got one of the best midfielders this generation, Verratti, in your team?
Yeah,
And also-
I know Verratti plays a little bit deeper, but yeah.
But also, you know what PSG in that league are? They're like when Usain Bolt runs in the first round heat of the Olympics and smokes everyone by 6 foot. That's what PSG should be in that league. The fact that he is not already 15 points clear in that league is just shameful. It's just shameful.
I think even without Lewandowski for Bayern, I think Bayern are still the favourites to go through.
Some would say Poch didn't have the budget at Tottenham. Levy being tight. Listen, he had an I don't know whether you can bring it up, but he had an outstanding squad. It was just what?
Payback.
Payback to who? What are you talking about? Who's that?
Andrea, I have yours.
See, I didn't even take the photo, and I'm being punished. See, that's ridiculous.
The Bayern will go through.
You think Bayern will go through without Lewandowski?
Wait, sorry.
I still think their main man is Muller. You know, I think he's the most underrated guy in football right now. Him and Verratti. I don't think Muller gets enough credit.
I still see PSG scoring like at least 2 goals. You know, that's fine, bro.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, Indiana, what did you want me to look up?
I want you to look, if you can, look up Poch's Tottenham side. The side that he had. Well, look at the one he got to the Champions League final.
Okay. What the final team?
The one with like Ericsson,
Yeah, I know.
Dembele,
The final,
Kane.
the team in the final, the 11.
Not the team in the final. No, just the squad he had that season.
Oh.
His actual squad. Because I think he had one of, if not the best. He definitely had the best back four. Definitely had the best back five with the keeper. Like as a unit, you had Lloris, Carl Walker, Danny Rose was on fire, Toby, and Vertonghen. Like they were solid. Like that was the best back four in the league. It really was. And then you had,
right back. Yeah.
was it? No, I think it was Carl Walker. When he came in, he had Carl
Walker moved to City in 17. Yeah, Carl Walker when he came in, yeah, but
yeah,
Carl
when he
Walker
came
moved...
in, I'm talking about then the year before.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Carl Walker.
Who's the biggest?
Dembele,
I swear Tony Cruz.
Harry Kane,
Tony Cruz moved to Madrid for free, not 25 million.
Ericsson,
Like, it's a free transfer.
Dele Alli. I think they had, and these players were all playing top. I actually think he had a great squad, and I think if Mourinho had that squad now, they win everything. What is that?
Well, someone said this to me just now. No, my friend, I got caught lacking again. I always do faces and someone always catches me off. Like,
yeah, Lauren, you're right, man. I agree with that.
Oh man.
Yeah, only weakness Bayern have that gets under the radar is they play high line that can be exploited. Listen, it's Champions League, anything can happen, but on paper Bayern should have way too much for them.
PSG do have a chance though.
Of course.
Lewandowski out. They have a chance.
Here.
They can play good counter-attacking football with Di Maria and Mbappe leading them. And, you know, they have a chance.
Yeah,
they get an away goal. They get an away goal and they keep it to 2-1.
I can't really see it, Prime. Can you read out the squad?
Is that?
Can you see now?
Is that from this season or is that from?
Oh, no, 2018-19 when they got to the final.
That's when they didn't buy anyone, did they? That summer, they didn't buy anyone that summer.
Hassan, I agree.
Yeah. So their goalkeepers were Gazaniga, Lloris, Vorm, Whiteman. Defenders: Alderweireld, Aurier, Davies, Dyer, Timothy Yoma, Juan Foyth. Juan Foyth was so bad. Danny Rose, Davinson Sanchez, Kieran Trippier, Jan Vertonghen, Carl Walker-Peters. Midfield: Dele Alli, Lucas Amos, Christian Eriksen, George Marsh, Musa Sissoko, Oliver Skip, Wanyama, Harry Winks. Forward line: Janssen, who didn't even have a squad number actually, but Harry Kane, Eric Lamela, Llorente, Lucas Huminson, manager Poch, assistant Miguel Dino.
all right. Need to go through
himself, yeah.
And Tony Jimenez goalkeeping.
Shut up, Prime. You don't need to go through the.
People say Tuchel should have won UEFA Champions League with Mbappe and Neymar. How come Wenger didn't win it with Henry, Vieira, and Pires?
Because he's right. Wenger should have won it.
That's very true, but should have won it. There were some great sides around at the time, you know.
Wenger had talented.
He should have won one.
That 01-02
he should have won
team.
one.
Everyone talks about the Invisibles, but that 01-02 team, that double team, some of that football they played is just out of this world. And they didn't even get to a semi-final with that team.
I hope
he's not.
I hope Pochettino isn't waiting for United, because once United sack Oli, Man United
Sheffield
need to
United.
get a top manager that start winning things. I'm not
He's waiting for Sheffield United.
We're gonna finish second with Ollie. Let's not just bring in another manager to finish second again. Let's try and win something, please, people. Tuchel's fault.
True.
His attackers couldn't finish. Well, look at Chelsea. What's happening at the moment, Tiny? How do we rock up with Snodgrass and Noble in midfield and beat that Spurs team? Best Premier League season you guys have ever seen. Actually, I think for me it's going to be the treble winning season 99. But I think this season, in terms of football, it might actually be this season. Like shock results. Yeah, it's not the best quality, but in terms of entertainment, high. Like we had a whole weekend where we had a 5, 6, and a 7 goal score line, and I think excitement-wise, it must be this season.
No. I think 11-12 was the best Premier League season. 2011, 2012. I think in terms of individual quality and the competition at all.
Where did Arsenal finish 11-12?
Third.
Is it third? Third, yeah.
No, I'm calling fraud on that one.
I thought you would have said 15, 16 when you finished second.
No.
Wait, hold on. Simon, you said 11-12. Chelsea won the Champions League.
Need a bit of luck in the Champions League. United should have won more than 2. Agreed.
Yeah, but Auntie had the
top manager. In terms of top manager, I would take. Well, obviously, I would take Pep. I'm not stupid. I would take Ten Hag. I think he would be a good manager. I think he'd be.
Ten Hag is not that good.
Yeah, I think he would be a good manager.
He's not that good. Trust me.
Why is he not that good? I would take him.
I think
we've got the players for him.
Yeah, but him. He plays attacking football, but like tactically, he's not the smartest. And he opens himself up way too much. He has this thing about attack, and he doesn't know how to defend.
I don't know whether he doesn't know how to defend. I think that's more to do with like the league. It's more attack, isn't it? But I'm talking
about in the Champions League.
I would take Conte. I would take over Poch.
Okay.
I would take Conte over Poch. I would take
not for Europe. You wouldn't.
Let's just focus on the EPL right now.
Okay.
Let's just get something here.
You can't even survive in the Champions League.
I would take. I'm torn on Nagelsmann. You know. I'm actually torn on him because I think
he's too young for me.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit more.
Way too young.
I just don't think Poch is there. I think I would take. I wouldn't take a Simeone because I don't want that. Sit back. He's worse. He's worse than Jose for that. I would take. I think Brendan Rodgers is a better manager. I think Brendan Rodgers plays a nice style of football. I quite like his style of football, Brendan Rodgers, and I think with his experience moving between teams in a year or two's time, he might be a better manager than Poch.
Football, gal. Football never sleeps.
Yeah, I'd take Conte, man. Allegri's a great shout.
Yeah, just for the league.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah.
I actually do. I actually think that Rodgers is going to be a better manager than Poch.
He's won more than him.
Abdi, I'd look at Flick definitely. Listen, we've been going for nearly 2 hours, man. We should probably. I've got to get out for work and everything in the morning.
Let me does next comment.
What's he talking about?
Oh man.
Anyway, people, listen, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe. Actually, is there something you wanted to say, Prime, before we wrap up?
Why?
I thought you were about to speak. That's why. I was just asking.
Yeah.
I was being polite. I was like, oh, you were trying to speak.
Oh, okay. Yeah.